Well, hello, welcome everybody. My name is Josh Gain and we're live here tonight for round 5 at Catalunya and Barcelona. It's not long to go. We've got the highlights coming up right now, so welcome along everybody that is just joining us. It is great to have you along. And don't forget, if you're enjoying tonight's action, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And we'd love to see who is enjoying what's happening. So let's get into it. But Major Dan just saying he's not allowed to qualify because of the incident last time. You would have seen it. If not, here are the highlights and you'll see exactly what Major Dan is talking about. Highlights here from round 4 at Baku before we get into the race tonight. So it was Ferrari just on top at the start of this round, with Mercedes there with 77, and Williams starting to get away from Racing Point, Renault and Red Bull. McLaren also still in the fight, has yet to score a point. Mike on 65 points. It's BP who was 12th in China. He needs to get a good win here today. Hawks on 33, Wardy and Epic just by 1 point. Schnell the same on 24. It's very, very tight all the way down to AB Saints. This is how everyone's finished up until Baku. Mike with the last 2 wins in Bahrain and China. And you can see BP's 12th. Hasn't helped him in the championship fight. He needs to get a good finish here today. So it's on to Baku. In Azerbaijan. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Bit of a hold. Holding, and we're underway. The cars get back up to speed towards turn 1. Everybody in the midfield searching for space as we now dive into the first corner. They're going to go 2 by 2. It looks like they're going to keep themselves very, given what I'm trying to say is they keep giving each other enough room. That was very clean from the boys there. A bit of carbon there. That is Schnell getting stuck, and 2 Renaults were involved in that incident. And that's not a good start for them, because that's gonna hurt their chances today. Into the pits early on. The undercut could be quite a big thing too later on. So we'll see how that affects strategy. For anyone, I think Schnell was caught up.
Really came out second best in that start. The 2 Ferraris, box force issue into turn 2 on BP. Mike held out, walks out to Prix after turn 1. Wardy snuck his nose in there, but I think Wardy has some damage to that front wing, and yes he does. Head plate damage there on the right hand side.
Angry's dropping down. He's got some front left hand damage, and AB Saints was caught unawares, just touched him in the back. So hopefully Angry avoids a puncture there coming up to the castle section. But yeah, he's lost a lot of grip on that front, and it's really hindering his performance here. And there's a virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car.
I think Andrew HRT. Yeah, Andrew HRT's got no wing. So that first incident that he was involved in, squeezing Schnell and Epic on the other side, he was the one who came out second best car.
Oh yes, he's hit that. I'm amazed he did that under virtual safety car conditions, because it is a tricky corner at full speed. Definitely a tricky corner to get right, but under BC shouldn't have been going far. He must have had some severe damage himself and just lost the front end.
Yeah, Schnell is out. I don't know what's happened to Schnell. He's falling through the order. There's a bit of a battle up the front as Wardy get himself up into 4th place, and Hawks is going down even further. SWAT is going to be pressurising that Mercedes before you know it. And already there's been a lot of casualties here at Baku. The first lap, they were very well behaved into the first turn. Not so much once they got around the track though.
They are still extremely bunched up. BP's had a moment there. He's lost a bit of time. He's lost a lot of time actually. The Rots is now put a 2-second gap right when we're going to get the DRS enabled.
RSM Dave is out too, so he's become a victim somewhere. That's called the virtual safety car. So the patch has actually worked. He went in that lap, so did Mike. So it looks like they're changing things up. Looks like they've made their stop. Tyre.
Wow, they've gone on the soft.
Soft tyre for BP. Banana is in some trouble as well.
Oh yeah, he got caught out there on the second corner. corner.
So the tyres
Like it went
cooling
deep.
down under these VSCs as well, and the restarts really starting to affect some of the less experienced out there. Bush chucks one up on AB Saints, and he says thank you very much. Breedin's already gone. So another virtual safety car here on lap 3. We've had one every lap.
Welcome to Baku.
There it is. So that, again, it's not letting the back guys back into the race. The virtual safety car obviously just neutralises the race. Pits. BP's chosen to go back into the pits after the lap. He's gone back to the hards.
Well, he must have. Are they a fresh set? Do they look pretty scrubbed. Usually they're pretty shiny. What do you reckon?
Nah, they do look used, don't they?
They do look a little bit scrubbed. I'm trying to work out if that's they are shiny on the outside.
Overtakes happening. Hawks now leading the Grand Prix. He got bots easily into the DRS, and Swat has done the same on Wardy Chill. So those two guys move up one more position, and it's status quo for the rest of them. And we've actually had 2 laps now without a VSC, well, 1 lap rather. Mike is moving his way forward as well. Remember, he pitted under the virtual safety car. And AB Saints is out, and I curse to the commentator. And at the moment, another overtake for Swatter. That's a beautiful move into turn 1, one of the most common places. And that puts Bots squarely in a defensive position. Side by side though, and it's Swatter with the racing line, so Bots just gives it to him. Smart move. He can now. And Bots at the moment, he's within a second. He had a lot of understeer then, and he's nicked the wall before the castle, so turn 7 and Epic really will have a chance soon, because aerodynamic performance on the front end for Bots is going to be severely hindered now. Let's see what happens. Can Bots deal with it? There's a yellow in sector 1 as well, so I think there's a car stranded somewhere at turn 3. I think it's HRT actually, looking at the minimap.
Yes, I think it is. No, it's BP.
Oh no!
BP is out.
The favourite for the championship is at the castle as well. And Azatak's just gone around him. This is absolute drama. So Mike is licking his lips now. He just needs to finish in the points. And the championship could be well and truly decided here today. Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
HRT just avoided it. Let's see what Hemmick does. I'm surprised. It's a safety car, so that's going to squash the field back up. Hemmick's going to enjoy that one because he's got no wings. He's really struggling here around Baku. Hawks leads and into the pits.
Swatter making that pit stop now. This is a smart thing. The first top lead, Hawks has pitted as well. Yeah, it's a smart move. They need to get off that tyre, change strategy now. It's almost a free pit stop for him. They will have to keep an eye on Price. He's looking really good, and we know Epic can also do some crazy stuff and get away with it. So you have to keep his eye on those two. But I would expect Hawks to really have a go on that second lap.
Here we go, the restarts happen. Bots is in the pits as well. Sorry, Bushchuk gets around. So does Hawks. Ming gets up into 3rd. Mike down into 4th at the moment. Arena goes wide. That's Epic game. He gets swallowed up by the field to get through. And up towards the 2nd turn. Major Dan's there. Kiwi got a 5-second penalty during that lead up to the restart because he hit the back of Major Dan. And then now tussling for position. Big incident with them. Major Dan is out of the session. This is huge.
And Wardy Shields hit him as well. And so is Epic has collected him as well. It's been a huge.
Wait until we get into the braking zone. Mike's side on with the McLaren. There's nothing Ming can do about that. Ming is going to have the preferred line, and Mike had the preferred line, and he's touched him.
Ming's hit him.
Mike doesn't need that. He wants to win this race, or at least get the podium, because BP's out. This is a really good chance for him to increase his lead in the championship. Ming goes for a move. He pulls the car up. Swatter gets the crossover there. Too easy for him. And yeah, without that front wing now, Ming's got a lot of work ahead of him to get through the end of the lap and into the pits. Yeah, his remaining wing just dropped.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Mike is so lucky not to get a puncture. OMG. I think Oz is right. The curse has left Ferrari. I mean, the exorcism has finally been performed.
Yeah, now this is where Ming needs to be careful. He's done it! Oh my god!
Oh no!
I called it. Big crash. The front with no front end grip. It has absolutely ruined his race. He's out and he's gone. I've never seen an FNL1 race with this less people, especially the more experienced guys as well. Baku really is their bugbear here tonight. Watch this. This is me. I was just saying he needs to be careful, and then the car understeered and he's gone up have 2 wheels. He's huge accident for me.
Oh, and that's the thing there. It's a very fast sweeping corner, but when you have no grip, oh my God, he's lucky to be alive. Just trying to work out these strategies and how they're going to play out now. I'm pretty sure that both Mike and Hawks will have to pit. I can't see Hawks going distance on that tyre, and I sort of can't see Mike either. So they're both going to have to pit, but I think they're going to try and wait for another safety car if that's even possible.
They might have to.
It's not over, but it's Mike's to lose now.
Yeah, the probability is very low.
When you're relying on someone else's misfortune to put you back in contention, you know, rarely does that actually work for you.
That's right. Mike's chosen to go mediums to the end now, so he's put himself into the pit lane. Hawks has a decision to make. I would imagine he's going to run it till the very last moment and put some softs on.
Bot's back into the pits, getting his front wing changed. He switched over and looks like onto another set of mediums there. But yeah, Bots must have got some front wing damage there that I didn't see of. And I was really expecting Bots to try and make a move for 4th place, but that's probably now ruled him out, I think, of 4th place.
17 laps on the hards, that's about the distance they go. So not surprising that he's done that. And he's gone for the mediums to the end, so a safe choice for him. He might not even add some new softs to take anyway, so mediums for him, and he'll be good now. He'll be battling with Mike.
He does Mike's in. Yep.
Oh, look at that. Almost at the exact same moment, they've met each other on the exit of the pit lane. Mike's got his tyres up to 10, but Chook doesn't. This is going to be a difficult one. The battle begins. Mike now on the outside line, not the favoured line, and he's going to squeeze the Red Bull, and there he goes. The move's done. So Mike got that easily under DRS.
Yes, he is classified at 7th, and with 33 seconds, look, he technically could retire the car and still get 7th place.
He will. Chook tried to go on Mike then, but Mike he saw it happening and closed the book on him. So Chook again just has to stay with him through this lap, and he'll probably have another crack down that back DRS. He was actually harvesting all the way down the straight as he had it on 0, so he's got a bit to use. Mike, he's using a bit of his ERS there, but he's got about half left, so he's not going to be left in the dark, so to speak, but Chook is definitely saving up some energy here to have a crack and not be so concerned about what Chook's going to do. Chook has turned his ERS up though, because he knows he needs to get back into DRS zone with Mike, because Mike's just going to fly away if he doesn't do something about it now. Hawks has got a 44-second lead and he's in the pits, not surprisingly, out onto some soft tyres, and that'll get him to the end nice and cleanly too, so he can even run for the fastest lap extra point. We'll have DRS as well. He's got it right up to 5, up to the maximum. He's got everything turned up high. Inside line now for Chook, coming up to the first turn. Is Chook going to be able to get it back? He's not. Swatter runs deep.
Deep, no!
He's run deep. I can't believe he's done that, and that's these front wings now compromised, and that we've seen how that's caused so many crashes here today. Chook now just needs to just cleanly drive. I can't believe Swatter choked like that there in the end.
Swatter is actually pitting. Oh, that's going to give Fox 4th place.
It will, won't it? Let's have a look on your map. You can see that red dot coming through. That is Bots. And he's crossed the start-finish line there into the first turn. So Bots moves up a spot. And that's
so does Kiwi.
Oh, Kiwi's done it too. So Kiwi's gotten through. He's dropped 2 spots. Swatter. And that not only hurts Williams in the constructors, but helps Ferrari too. Bots has gone for a move down the back straight. He's got the DRS. Remember, Bots is fighting for that point spot, and Kiwi goes up one more, and they're about to start the final lap, so this is going to go down to the wire between the two. Bots might do an instant reply. Break later, Kiwi wins that into the apex, and now the chase is on for the final lap for those guys. But Hawks is about to cross that finish line very shortly.
Wow, this is a turnaround of form for Red Bull. You know, being nowhere in the first 3 races, they're going to get a podium and potentially a 4th place here. Big haul points for Red Bull.
They are. Bots is he's on the back foot now on the final lap. 4/10 the gap, so if he can stay like this, he might be able to get him down the back straight. We've seen it before here at Baku, but Hawks has come.
Kiwi's crashed!
Kiwi! Can't believe he's done that. Bots moves up. The pressure was too much for him. There he is. So Kiwi is out of this one as Hawks takes the checkered flag. Big moment there as the chase was going on. Mike, though, he's going to come through in second as long as he doesn't cause an accident the way Kiwi did.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it looked solid for Red Bull only 10 seconds ago.
I know how things can change. So Mike, though, will get second place. He'll see that checkered flag flying and be able to wipe his brow. Hard work's done. Chook, though, as well. Podium for him. And Bots, he did what he needed to do in Baku, and he's kept it clean. And I don't know, the pressure got too much for Kiwi. I can't believe he's done that.
It wasn't actually a normal race, as that was a battle. That was a war today.
It was a war.
An outright war.
A war.
And there were casualties, and there were big casualties.
Huge ones. We had some massive accidents. Major Dan being involved in one of them. And Kiwi, he survived that, but he didn't survive his own oncoming in the last lap, which is unbelievable. But there's your podium. 3 different constructors, 3 different drivers. So here it is how things stand now after that round here in Baku. Lots of drama, lots of DNFs on the board, but it was a win from Hawk, second for Mike, and a first podium this season for Bush Chook. And 7 classified in the end. 114 points now for Ferrari. They take the lead in the constructors. Mercedes not out of it yet with 103. Williams up there ahead of Red Bull. Surprise one early on in this season, 56. Mike now leads by 83 to 59 as Hawks has jumped BP, and the drivers swatted there with Rocket Williams in 4th place. The other Ferrari, a bit of a surprise. Bots there in 5th with 31, and the rest quite tight. Well, welcome back, everybody. What an absolute carnage we saw there in Baku. A lot was going on. A lot was happening. And, yeah, as you can see, we only had 6 guys there at the end of it. 7 classified. And Major Dan wasn't able to take part in qualifying because of the incident you saw on screen. Tonight, we are at Barcelona, Catalunya. Here is the track for you. Sector 2s 1 and 3. Once up to the first turn, people are going to have to be careful of cars braking suddenly. And coming out into turn 9, actually Mike had a bit of an accident in qualifying, so keep an eye on that through the race as well. We're not too far from the race starting now. It looks like BP did get the top. Mike and Bots in Ferrari. We have said the Maranello curse has disappeared, but well, it didn't go so well for them in qualifying. We'll get the final qualifying positions in just a moment. But yes, it is a very interesting championship as it currently stands. The points, well, they're all over the place, as you saw before. Ferrari are ahead of Mercedes, but anything could happen tonight, and we'll have to wait and see. Just going to try and get those up on the screen for you. There they are. Ferrari 114, 103 there for Mercedes. Red Bull Williams, they're pretty tight. Racing Point and Renault, they're also quite close together. Haas, though, they're yet to score a point, so they want to try and do a little bit better. And, yeah, Ferrari, they're going to need to do well tonight because they're starting 7th and 8th. Mike, though, leads the championship with 83, and Hawks leapfrogged BP last week after BP had another DNF or another non-scoring race. Swatter's doing well, and Bots down there in the top 5. He wants to do probably a little bit better, but it's a very tight pack there in the midfield. Hawks was the winner last week. Mike got a second, and it was Chook with his first podium for 2020. And look at all the DNFs we had. Absolutely huge amount of cars without a finishing position. But welcome along, everybody. My name's Josh Gain, and this is the Barcelona de Catalunya Grand Prix here on FNL1 eSports. My name's Josh Gain, commentating here at Demo 1. So welcome along if you are new. And if you are enjoying tonight, or if you are a massive fan of Formula 1, let us know. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. And Oars, looks like Oars was enjoying the highlights package from Baku. It was a long one. if you did miss it and want to go check it out, it's up on the YouTube page, and they will be up on the Facebook page at a later date. But at the moment, you can go check all that and more. Also at demo1garage.com, you can find all the tables and points and links to everything you need there, including a stream calendar. There's a lot more action that happens here on Demo 1, including Super Formula this weekend on Sunday and the 12-hour tomorrow. 12-hour stream will be a bit sporadic, so there's no actual schedule for that, but we're going to try and get some action from the Bathurst 12-hour there. But go along to the stream calendar on the website, Demo 1 Garage, and you can plan your weekends accordingly. So here we go. We've got a race start. BP on the top spot. It is Hawks in second. So Mercedes with the 1-2. Hopefully that curse that they've had is gone. Let's see what happens here. Waiting for the lights. I'm not sure what the yellow flag means, but we're going to get away with 4-5 red lights here. Barcelona, and we're underway. The grid get up to speed, and it's an absolute sprint towards the first turn. Schnell gets up into the middle. He tries to split the Mercedes, but he can't quite do it. Crazy Kiwi settles back into the position. They're going to go two abreast into the first turn, and everybody seems to be keeping calm. We've lost Denos early. He had to go. He had an emergency, so he has had to retire early on. But everybody going well, and that's Bots, I think, getting a little bit wide out of turn 3. And the Ferraris, they've had a little bit of a jump up towards the middle. They were down 7th and 8th. But Mike is on his way forward. As you can see, he's now challenging Epic Game every day. And Hawks has actually gotten around BP early on. So Hawks has got the quicker start. Let's have a look at the tyres that they're on as well. As you can see, medium for Hawks, so that's probably explained a little bit. 2-stop is expected here today. Thermal deg's a huge thing to look out for. So we'll wait and see what happens. That's where Mike had his accident in qualifying. And he wasn't able to increase. Epic and Schnell, I thought they were going to have it coming together. They just keep away from each other there. Bit of a good run. Look at this little battle. Oh, Schnell, the front end got away from him. And he's just caught it and avoided a huge incident with Wardy chilling his teammate. And he doesn't want to cause anything early on, because Williams are doing really well in the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship, both of these guys. So here we go, Swatter on the charge. At the moment, no DRS for anybody, so they've got to use under their own little power here. Looks like Kiwi had a move. Mike had a move. There's a yellow. I think Denos has been involved in something. You can see, again, the Haas boys not up to much good. Major Dan's had to come in early. He's got a 5-second pit lane speeding penalty. And Azatak, so the Sauber boys out of it early on. Warrior Wasp, though, he's up there in unlucky 13th, and he's going to want to get out of that position as quickly as he possibly can. So there's been an incident there on that first lap involving Dan and Azatak. Don't know what's happened, but they're on the hard tyre at the moment. Ming's on his way forward. He's got Swatter just ahead of him. Great little action here from Barcelona. Lots of Ming and Swatter there. They were getting really, really wild. Sorry, it was Breedin and Warrior Wasp, rather, that were getting wild out into turn 9. They were lucky they didn't have an incident themselves. Warrior Wasp with a penalty. So that'll be for cutting the corner there. You saw it. And Hawks at the moment still leads this Grand Prix, so he's done well. Breedin is got to have to defend. Warrior Wasp at the moment. Oh, they're not great lines out of there. DRS is enabled this lap, though. It's probably going to enable a few overtakes here. Let's have a look. Bots is up into 6. Schnell's there as well. And Schnell, I think, got someone looming. His name's Wardy Chill. Into the first turn. And he's cut a little bit of that corner off a little bit too much, so he won't be allowed to get away with that for too much longer. And he'll have to keep himself contained from here on in. Ming giving chase as well. He's within 5/10. Welcome Joe Sadler to the team. So Joe, welcome. Thank you for subscribing there, and welcome along to Demo 1. Hopefully you're a big eSports fan, brother, because we've got a lot more virtual racing happening. tonight. We've got the FNL1 Formula 1 here. Ming giving chase to Swatter, and watch what happens up into turn 9 here. DRS now. Swatter got a lot better traction in there. That Williams looked really well set up. Ming had to lift a little bit. He's shown the nose, but not much he can do. Andrew HRT is not being threatened by anyone yet. Breed in as well. Warrior Wasp is they've remained in formation as they were, 12th and 13th. As attack. And Major Dan. Denoz out early on. Hawks, though, leads this one. It's an early lead for Hawks. Look at this. 2.5 second lead over BP V8, who is now third in the Drivers' Championship. Mike leads, and he's now third in this race. So he's giving chase to those two Mercedes boys that, well, they've been cursed in the first 4 races. They're going to hope that their curse has been lifted here for Barcelona. Usually a track that Mercedes do well at. So let's see if that translates here tonight in this race as well. Epic, though, he's got a bit of a challenger. His name's Bots. Bots goes for an inside move, and Epic remains unfazed at that little one at the moment. So Bots just has to get back into position, chucks it down. Great little move. The switchover happens, and they just touch tyres. And Epic, he's now back onto the back foot. It means Schnell is now immediately up into the exhaust of Epic, and he's going to be charging for an attack. Into the next DRS zone they go. Here, round into turn 9, up towards turn 10. There goes the back end DRS actuator. It's not a very long straight at all, is it? It seems a lot quicker. It seems a lot longer in a GT car, and then you get into these Formula 1 cars, and it seems really quite short. Schnell, though, look at this. He's really putting the pressure down now. The mediums versus the hard tyres starting to, looks like the mediums are starting to come into their window. And Wardy is nice and tight to the back end of that Williams as well. That is Kiwi. He's getting away from Bots slightly. Epic now. All sorts of drama about to happen and unfold. The Williams now charging. He's got the DRS open. He tries to squeeze it around the outside into the first turn. He's got the inside for second. And Epic, he's left in the dust. Wardy tries to come around the outside as well, and Epic's going to be in all sorts of trouble. They've gone 3 abreast into turn 3. How did they spit through there? That was absolutely incredible. Ming's managed to find a way through. So is Wardy's fallen all the way back down into 10th place. That was an absolutely amazing display of racing. Wardy just... So that's Ming, rather. He just throws it up the inside. Huge little move from Ming. And he just caught Epic unawares there. Swatter, he's staying back and out of that one. He doesn't want to carry any damage. What a move from Ming. Huge move from Ming. Breedin, he's down all the way into 15th. So Breedin's coming to the pit that lap. Welcome along, Chris. It's good to have you along. One of our regular viewers and supporters here. I'm going well. How are you going? Anything organised for your weekend, Chris? And is anyone else partaking in the Bathurst 12 hour? We'd like to hear your stories as well. So Mike's just put in the fastest lap as this little battle unfolds between these 4 drivers, Ming, Epic, Wardy and Swatter. Wardy does have DRS on Epic now. Up into lap 6 and lap 5 really did cause a bit of a stir amongst the field. Everybody started to get a little bit antsy to move forward. At the moment, there hasn't been much movement at the end of that lap. Breedin, though, getting into the pits and taking new hards. And Wardy's looking tight to a move on Epic here. Epic, he might just have to let this one happen. Wardy's come out of nowhere. He got better traction inside line. It's going to be Epic up the inside here as well. And once again, these two going toe-to-toe. This is absolutely incredible racing between the two of them. It's yellow versus pink. And right now, it's the Renault coming out on top. So Epic, once again, victorious. Wardy, though, is going to have to sit back and maybe plan another attack very shortly. Mike is not too far away from BP, who did qualify on the top, but looks like BP is now running into the back of Mike. Bots is up into... Oh, Mike! He's gotten that all wrong through there, and that's going to compromise any chance he had of getting the overtake on BP. Yeah, ACC, Chris, is absolutely going to be what I get to do this weekend as well. If I had time. But yeah, we'll be trying to stream some of the Bathurst 12 hour that the FNL1 boys are attacking this weekend. Bots looks like to be by himself. Crazy Kiwi, he's held station there in 5th place now for a while. Schnell as well is doing well in the Williams. He's the highest placed Williams at the moment. And Ming, he finds himself up in the 7th after that, ludicrous overtake. And this battle between Epic and Wardy. Wardy around the outside once again. He just squeezes the Renault up on the inside and they appear back into frame once again. And finally, I think Wardy has made a move of it. He has, up into 8th. And now he can get on with his race because he's looking a lot quicker at the moment. I think you're right. I think you're damn right. This probably won't be as destructive as what we saw in Baku, but I think this is going to be some very... Oh, what happened in the background? That is Swatter gone. That is Swatter out of this. Have a look. It all happened in the background of the race. Oh, and Warrior Wasp has had an issue as well as that was happening. But watch this replay. You'll watch Swatter in the background. He comes around turn 9 and he went way too wide. And then we're back on with Wasp. He's down into 11th there. He had an issue himself too. So the drivers, looks like things are starting to not go their way now as we start to get into the latter stages of this race. He's going into the pits. So safety car is out, not surprisingly. And Hawks is taken to the pits. Epic. Looks like Hawks was one of the only ones to really benefit from that. Andrew HRT, he's going to go around. Major Dan having issues. They'll be allowed to catch back up. And it's BP, though, who leads this one. In behind the safety car. Wow, what a race we've had already. First safety car tonight. But it was all set off by Swatter, who found himself in a bit of drama. And, well, it's really changed the outcome of things at the moment. That means, let's have a look at the stops for your perusal at home. You can see Hawks has made a stop, so has HRT, Wasp, Breedin, and Major Dan. Swatter is our first one out. He was doing so well as well, but you saw what happened to him out through turn 9. It is so easy to do there, and that's what happened. Position changes since the start. BP's gotten back into the front. Mike's up 5, and so is Bot, so the Ferraris are doing extremely well. Kiwi's down 1, Schnell's down 1, and Ming up 8 at the moment. So let's see if he can keep that performance running as we continue on to this one. Welcome along, Zetha. We don't have a league on Xbox at the moment, but you know, we'd like to expand maybe onto the Xbox, but no, at the moment we don't have a league. But the game itself is, if you want to buy Formula 1 2019, it's probably on sale at the moment as well if you get lucky. So safety car still going around. A few of the other drivers taking to the pit lane. Ming one of them. Wardy gets out as well, just gets out ahead of Epic. It looks like their battle is going to continue on through this race. Zetha, we are on the PlayStation 4 for this one. But there was going to be a PC league, but it looks like it's going to turn into a set of Corsa League on the PC coming up later on. So if you're a big ACC fan and you want to get into some league racing, stay tuned to FNL1 eSports, and I'll give you all the updated information as well on Demo 1. But yeah, we're going to be running and broadcasting a set of Corsa Competizione League very shortly. So we're going to get the server and get things running. But the safety car's still out here. We're waiting for things to go back to green racing at the moment. Tyres will be dropping in temperature, and that is why everybody is swerving left to right so vigorously, trying to keep some temperature in those tyres. It looks a little bit overcast. There wasn't any forecast rain. It was meant to be dry, but we'll keep an eye on the skies as things progress here in this race. But yeah, what a way to start your weekend here. Bit of racing, bit of Grand Prix racing. Looks like Major Dan is the only one we're waiting for. You can see him on that track map. He's just coming around into Sector 2. Waiting for those lights to go out on that safety car. Looks like we're probably going to have one more lap. No, not after this race immediately, Zetha, but I mean later on in a couple of weeks' time. We're planning on running a Assetto Corsa League, so Competizione League. So Formula 1 will still stay the same. It'll be on Fridays. It looks like ACC might be run on Sundays, early Sunday afternoon, around about 5 o'clock. So, but like I said, they're just the early details. Nothing's been set in stone. So if you are interested, keep an eye out on Demo 1. On our Facebook or our website, we'll keep you updated, and also on the FNL1 eSports Facebook as well. They're the best ways to stay in the know at the moment. We're just waiting for this race to go back to green, and it's going to be a very, very interesting restart. BP does have the lead. Mike and Bots are on the medium tyre, so they have the exact same strategy. BP and Hawks have split their strategy. Hawks went in under the safety car, so he's essentially saved a bit of time. So did Ming, Wasp, Wardy Chill, Epic Game, a few other drivers. The other ones have stayed out, and track position is vital for them apparently. So let's see what happens. Mike, though, leading this championship. Bots in third, so if Bots can get a podium tonight, he'll be very happy with that. There we go. We've got race control confirming the safety car is in. And you'll see that safety car's lights are out, and BP will regain control of the grid. Here we go. So BP travelling slowly, surely does it as we come around the last final few corners. Oh, there will be a hell of a lot of tuning into Demo 1, Chris. Absolutely. Here we go. It is BP with control. There was a 5-second penalty. Schnell. Oh, and I think we're back up to green as BP gets back up into racing. Schnell gets up ahead. He was into the pits early on, and he loses a lot of positions. But back up the front, it is two Ferraris versus the Mercedes. Here comes Bots around the outside. He's going to give his teammate Mike the run. And wow, what an absolute great restart we had there. And Bots almost got ahead of his teammate, but I think he's playing the team game and he's going to hold off Kiwi at the moment. So now Mike is giving the go-ahead to have a go at BPV8. There's a yellow in the sector. I don't know if that's caused a bit of drama there. This is between Wardy Chill, Warrior Wasp. They're side by side. He's stuck in between a McLaren sandwich at the moment. Epic Games at the back end of that one. And Breed in as well. He's got Major Dan just off his stern. And they're giving a big chase. And there's a little bit of damage on HRT's car. So he's been involved in an incident. And Schnell as well. He went into the pits during that restart. BPV8 rather, trying to get away from Mike and Bots, the two Ferraris, who are really storming to a lead here in the championship. And Mike wants to score some really good points. And he wants to rub salt in BP's wounds here today and get around him here at some point. There you go. There it is from FNL1 themselves. So back down the front straight. We're on lap 12 of 33. And Bots will have probably DRS on Mike. Not quite just yet. There's a bit of an action here between Kiwi and Hawks. Hawks is member into the pits, into the first turn. And Hawks does that with ease. Great little overtake from Hawks. That's how you do it at home, folks, if you're wondering. And there's some more action happening down here between the Sauber and Renault of Epic Game. Wasp is the one there in 10th place. He's in tight formation with these three right now. On board with Epic. Oh, he's just touched Azatak there. Azatak, hopefully he doesn't get a puncture. We've seen punctures happen so easily this year in this season and then in this championship. I think Azatak did get away. He'll be keeping an eye on his tyre pressures though, because there was a little bit of a touch. I don't know if it was violent enough to cause Attack to lose tyre pressure there. So big tyre wall on the left-hand side there of your screen. Big bit of a move from Epic. And he's just ahead of Attack. So Epic up into turn 10. He says, thank you very much, I'll take that one. Warrior Wasp still stuck in behind though. Oh, back out wide. That's going to give Wasp in the McLaren an opportunity. He cuts the corner fine. Attack comes into the apex. And Wasp has to back out of that one. So a bit of drama there with some mistakes forming. And you can see it doesn't take much for you to lose your spot. So Bots has lost his spot to Hawks. And looks like he's fighting back in the Ferrari, the Scuderia and Mercedes. This battle between the constructors is going down to the wire here. Hawks, though, in those medium tyres. He does have newer tyres, while Bots is on the older mediums, 12 laps old, and he will be struggling with grip a little bit. Remember, Hawks went in early under the safety car. We'll have to wait and see if that was the good move, but it looks like he does have the advantage with the compounds at the moment. His next target is Mike, and he looks like he's quickly reeling him in here. FNL1 eSports Facebook Zetha, and then join their Discord. Links should be on their on the FNL1 Facebook page. Looks like Hawks has just done purple for Sector 2 there, so he's on for a very quick lap as well. Wardy Chill's gotten a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Hawks is still stuck in behind Mike at the moment though, and this one is really, really heating up. Oh no, Hawks is... He did get it right, rather. That angle makes it look like they do skip the corner, actually, I've come to discover. Down the back, the front straight, DRS activated for Hawks. He's going to look for a move around, I think. He will. Look at the speed he's got. He switches from left to right, up to the inside, into the first turn. And Mike now on the back foot, chasing down the Mercedes, which I think has the extra pace on him. So Mike, it will be... They're going to have to figure out now whoever goes into the pit lane first here. Is it going to be Mike or is it going to be Bots? Which one is the... who's going to benefit more from pitting first, and who's going to, lose a little bit more from pitting second? Kiwi, though, he does have Ming up on his tail, and I don't think it's going to be too long before that McLaren is having a crack at the Red Bull, but this Red Bull, driven by Kiwi, he's doing very well at the moment. He's sitting on the hard tyre, and he's the only two drivers in the top 5 on the hard tyre. Both BP and Kiwi are there. That glitching tyre wall there is a little bit distracting when they come down this back straight, so we'll try and keep an eye out. Keep our eyes off it, because there is a lot happening on track. Ming, though, just stuck in formation right now. Wardy's there as well, but as we know, if these guys have given an opportunity to overtake, that will happen. Hawks. Oh, Hawks he's in a bit of an issue. He's got it turned around. He was just coming out of the last corner, and I saw the yellow flag get chucked up. And wow, Hawks he's done that a lot this year. He's caused himself grief all by himself, and he's down into 7th place right there. And you can see Epic and both Warrior Wasp. They can see the next target is that Mercedes. Hawks, all that work he did, pitting early and everything, gone. I don't know how that was caused. We'll have to wait and see if we can get something from them in the interviews. But wow, what a huge moment for Hawks. He's second in the Drivers' Championship, and then he can't afford mistakes like that at this stage. How good is the track map? How good is the track map? It is a really good tool that should have been there from day dot. But anyway, it's good to see that Codemasters did update us and give us it, because they don't usually give us updates this late. Here goes Ming on the back of Wardy Chill. So these guys are looking very, very tidy at the moment. And there's a lot of battles at the moment with 3 cars apiece. This is one of them. Lap 15 here, so we've just hit about halfway. Fastest lap now by BPV8. Here we go, let's see. Does Kiwi have to defend? Mike's into the pit lane. So Mike was the first Ferrari in. He leaves his teammate Bots out. Wardy goes around the outside of the Red Bull into the first turn, and a fantastic move from Wardy Chill. Crazy Kiwi will have to rethink his strategy now. He's on the harder tyre. Wardy on those faster mediums. So he did have the advantage there as well. Ming needs to make the use of his quicker tyres as well because he's getting left in the dust as these two guys find ahead of him. Hawks all by himself there. Epic. He's been given a bit of space as some of the drivers around him have taken to the pit lane. Wasp seems to be carrying a bit of damage on that left side. Split up. You can see it. That wing doesn't look right. So Wasp is going to be struggling, I think, with front end turn in. Probably a lot of understeer for him through here. Let's see how Major Dan deals with this. And Mike, he's caught behind them. So I don't know if that's going to catch Mike out and slow him down. You can see Wasp is really struggling. He does go wide. I was expecting that to happen. Oh, those three, they somehow just avoided each other, and Mike splits around him, and he's got Major Dan next. Oh, he did get ahead of him. He's pushed Major Dan wide. Oh, and they've touched in the background there. More damage for Wasp as Dan, I think, was getting out of the way from Mike, and Wasp, he was just unsighted, and you can see he's really struggling to control that McLaren now. I think he's avoided a puncture, but not surprising, he's going to go into the pits. That's an early pit stop for him. And here goes Bots. Bots is also into the pit lane. He undercut his teammate. Very close, isn't it? Very, very close to undercutting his teammate. Oh, and he's just beaten Dan into the first turn apex. So the Ferraris there, caught in a bit of traffic now, and they need to sort of navigate around that and mitigate what is now slower cars ahead of them. But they're on the harder tyre, and we're on lap 17. So a lot of action happening here. We're halfway through this race right now. Wasp comes back out onto the track. Let's get a bit of an update at the front. BP does like to run long stints, so we're expecting him to maybe come in this lap or the next lap. He continues on. He's got a 10-second lead now over Wardy Chill. And Ming and Kiwi are up there as well. Cosimo Carreri is now following. Welcome, Cosimo. Welcome to the team. Welcome to this eSports race here with the FNL1 Formula 1 Championship. This is round 5 if you are new. My name's Josh Kane. And it's a pleasure to bring you this action here tonight. We're halfway through this Grand Prix here at Spain. And right now, BP, who is charging a comeback in the Drivers' Championship after having 2 non-scoring races, 1 DNF last week in Baku, and right now he's got a 10-second lead on Wardy Chill, but he does need to pit. So that is going to change things. The 2 Ferraris right now are charging their way through the field. You can see just in behind Epic here is Mike, who is looking for a net, maybe second place, maybe first if he can't get ahead of BP V8. We're going to have to wait and see how that one plays out in just a moment. We're waiting for BP to pit. Mike, though, is getting really tight to the back end of that Renault, and Bots is in there for support. So Mike's got the support of his teammate Bots. It's been one of the reasons Ferrari are doing so well here in Season 5. And right now, he just needs to keep it together. He gets the overtake on. There goes that glitching tyre wall. He's got the DRS. He switches it back around. And Epic, he's going to charge back at him. He's entitled to do so. Bots is now stuck in behind. Bots gets around as well. And a fantastic double overtake from the Ferrari boys. And Epic is left in their dust. Look at the pace they've got at the moment. They're just on fire at the moment. And the Scuderia are charging forward and looking for a double podium. They're going to go for a 1-2, I'd imagine. And hello Cosimo. It's good to have you with us. Formula 1 fan, I assume. And right now, well, those Ferraris, they've been released. So let's see what happens with them. I don't think Bots is going to, give Mike any trouble because it seems to be playing the team game and it's working for them. This is Hawks. He's caused himself a bit of drama by spinning himself around, and he's now sort of in no man's land. This is Kiwi. He's dropped off from Ming there a little bit, and Wardy up into second place. So they're just keeping station right now. And let's see, does BP take to the pits? He's running very long. Nope, he's going to continue on. Interesting. So Schnell is tied him back behind Breeden. This is for the battle for 10th. So the last points paying spot here on the grid. Coming up into turn 9. Schnell's going to be just close enough for DRS. Let's see if it is effective for him. Breeden goes wide. And I think it will be. Oh no, Schnell! He's been caught out. Somehow he survived that one. He's got absolutely no front wings left. He went out avoiding. It's the virtual safety car after that as well. So Schnell has caused the virtual to deploy. Have a look at this one. We're on board with Schnell. He come around turn 9. He got the DRS activated. Breeden got caught out. He tried to avoid him and then hit the grass. He's hit, banged the wall. He spun around. And wow, he was very lucky not to be caused out of it. But there he goes into the pit lane. So the virtual safety car is out. It will neutralise this race. And let's see. I don't know if BP is close enough to take advantage of it at the moment. He's coming up closely to the pit lane entrance. Let's see. He might be able to get his... If the virtual safety car stays on for just a few more corners, BP might be able to get an absolute blessing of a pit stop here. Surely he'll take for it. It's a restart, so not surprising there. Wardy chasing, and no, BP is going to continue on. So the race has restarted. Bots, I think Mike's been in some trouble there because I think Mike's just let him go. I don't know if Mike ran a little bit wide out of 9. He did have trouble in qualifying. He did have an accident there at 9. And Bots has been released. Yes, thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, if you go into the demo1garage.com and go to the stream calendar, it's a Google Calendar. It's a public calendar. You don't need the Google Calendar app on your phone. You can access it from any phone, any computer. But if you do have the Google Calendar app, you can sync it to your own Google Calendar and set your own notifications to choose whatever stream you want to watch, because we're going to put every race that I stream or planning to stream and every show that I plan to stream will be input into that calendar. So thank you very much, Chris, for that. Ilya. Keegan. Great to be back. It's great to have you back, Keegan. I haven't seen you in a very long time. So we are coming to the closing stages of this one. There's a yellow in Sector 2. And that was where these boys were. Was it a Sauber that calls it? Epic's there in 11th. We're still waiting for the leader to pit. He's just continued around another lap. Oh, there's a Sauber out wide. That's Azatak. So Azatak is into the gravel. And the Sauber boys are having a very rough day today. Keegan, if you've got the ability to pace with these guys... No, anyone can join the FNL1 league, FNL F1 league. You can see some damage there, underbody damage for Azatak as well, so he's got a lot of stuff to deal with. But yes, if you want to join the F1, it's on the PlayStation 4 at the moment. Go to FNL1 eSports. There's a Discord link. Click that, and from there you can sign up, say hello to the boys, they'll support you through the races, help you with setups if you need it. Very good, supportive bunch of guys. Breeden moves up ahead of Major Dan, and Major Dan takes to the pit lane. But it's Mike. What's interesting is the relationship here between these two, Mike and Bots. Very, very team-orientated. And Mike, I think he made a mistake, and Bots has been released. And Mike, at the moment, looks like he's going to have to work to get that overtake back. Thank you, Cosimo. It's actually a very interesting race. Much different to what we had last week. If you do want to catch up with the first 4 rounds, there are highlights on the Demo 1 YouTube. So round 1, 2, 3, and 4. All the highlights are there if you want to watch them. If you like Carnage, watch the Baku highlights from last week. There was a lot going on. Now, we're still waiting for the leader to pit, which is surprising. BP does do this sometimes. Hawks has managed to find himself up into 4th place right now. He's 2 seconds off Ming. So the McLaren at the moment is in the first podium spot. It's Wardy up into second, who will also need to pit as well. BP, 22 laps old, hard tyres. They're going good for him at the moment. And we're waiting for him to take to that pit lane. He hasn't gained much time, about almost 2 seconds now on Wardy. But where that puts him in relation to the Ferraris is the question. That's okay, Keegan. Like I said, you can be from Moscow as long as you can make the races. Bro, as long as you can make these races, you're more than welcome to race if you've got the pace. There is an F2 league, which, if they do start up again, I should be able to start broadcasting those ones again on Thursdays. So yeah, if you are interested in racing, Keegan, make sure you check out FNL1 Discord. It should be on their Facebook page. Now Major Dan is close in behind Warrior Wasp here, so let's keep a close eye on this one. We are keeping an eye on BP at the same time. Wasp though, is he in some trouble here? Major Dan looks like he's got the pace as they come into the frame. Wasp did chuck back his car back across the other side to block that running line. Major Dan into turn 9. It's caused a bit of drama here tonight. He's got DRS on the McLaren. McLaren now going onto the racing line. Dan didn't have the pace to get back around, so at the moment he's just had to back off and reassess the situation. Oh, thank you, Baku. Yeah. No, I don't think that was, to date, the most chaotic and dramatic Formula 1 FNL1 race we've seen to date. 19 drivers started, 6 finished, 7 classified. Here goes a bit of an overtake. Wasp didn't go well around the last corner. And as you can see, Dan did. He got the traction out, the DRS as well to assist him. And it's Wasp now into 10th place. He's in the last points paying spot currently. BP is in the pits. And he's coming down. Let's see. Look on the track map. You can see Hawks is coming through. Wardy's taken place as well. So BP's fallen into 4th. Where's Bots and the Ferrari? They're a long way back. So right now, Hawks and BP can work together to sort of scramble maybe a double podium for Mercedes. And it's been a long time between drinks for these guys, especially BP. Looks like his strategy might be paying off. And he's going to run to the end on the softs here with only 8 laps remaining in this one. Hawks is just ahead of his teammate in 3rd place. And they do have Ming and Wardy Chill to get around, but I don't think they're going to last much longer on those mediums. We should expect them into the pits, taken to the soft tyre. Hawks as well, I'd imagine. So Hawks coming in early on that safety car hasn't really worked out for him here, but you can see, looks like he's driving aggressively to, looks like it could be an in-lap for Hawks here shortly, because he knows his teammate is close quarters in behind him. This is going to be a very interesting finish, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. And don't forget, if you did enjoy tonight's action, we would appreciate the support if you hit like and subscribe. Oh no, what happened to Ming? Holy hell. I don't know. I just saw carnage chuck up on the screen. Ming somehow, I don't know if he was going into the pit lane. Let's have a look. This is where the action happened. The safety car is out, not surprisingly. Oh, he's hit the wall on the entry to the pit lane. And that is going to cause dramas. So Wardy got in. Wardy got into the pits. BP slowing down. Oh, what has happened to Hawks? He's under the safety car. Huge drama here at the end of it. I wondered what was going on. It was Hawks. Spun out. What is he? Turn 2, turn 3. BP, I don't think, wanted to overtake him, obviously. So Ming is out of this one. Oh no, it's a puncture for Hawks. I don't know how that must have happened with Ming. That must have been what's happened there. This is absolute drama for Mercedes. And Hawks is going to struggle under safety car to get back to the pit lane here. And the cars are just going to come streaming past him. And I don't know how, but that is 5 punctures in 5 races. We've had a puncture every single race here this season. Huge drama for Mercedes. They were looking so good for a double podium. And there must have been something with Ming that we didn't see. We just saw the aftermath of it. It wasn't a very good camera angle. And yeah, this is what's happened. Huge, huge moment. Hawks is doing extremely well to get that car around the track at the moment. But he just wants to keep it out of the wall for sure. Swatter is getting a bit of... Well, Swatter's enjoying what he's watching. But I think one of the people that really hurt from this was... Oh, what is going on? This is absolute carnage here. I've never seen a Barcelona race like this. That was Breeden, I think. He's gone around at his own volition. The safety car's out. Oh, he's gone too quick into that corner. Yeah, Swatter is very happy that Ming is out. So, looks like we've got some driver drama happening between some of the midfield guys. Oh, come on, Hawks. Just get into the pit lane. The safety car's out. There's not a lot going on. He's done so well. He's had to do almost a full lap. And looks like they've cleared the pit lane entrance. So he's able to get that tyre changed. Wow. What a lap from Hawks there with a puncture. But Mercedes, we were talking about the Maranello curse. It is definitely not a thing here in Season 5. It is Mercedes. They are cursed to the high heavens. I can't believe it. You couldn't script this. You couldn't write this into a movie. This is an unbelievable development. He's still into the points though, Hawks, and he's going to fight back the best he can with the remaining laps. Let's get an update with the field. So Mike, he's in 5th place. He's been separated from Kiwi and Bots. I don't know how that sort of eventuated. But there's Wardy Chill up in a second on the new soft tyres as well. So it's really worked out for him. And BP, well, he's got the lead. But he does have a very hungry bunch of cars in behind. Looks like we're going to probably go around one more lap. And then maybe 2. Hopefully those drivers can catch up. Hawks, it looks like he's the last driver he needs to... unless we need to get some guys unlapped. But there's the field behind the safety car at the moment. 2 safety cars here in Spain. I've never seen anything like it before. This is super drama, if you want to call it that. Oh, Hawks was doing extremely well there. But what I was trying to say before, guys, was if you've enjoyed tonight's race, if you've enjoyed the action here on Demo 1, please don't forget to support us and just by hitting like or follow us if you haven't already. It's a huge boost here on the channel. So if you did enjoy it, we would appreciate just punching the like button. But thank you everyone who's a regular that comes in every week and watches, everyone that's chatted tonight as well. To our new subscribers, our new followers as well. You guys are absolute legends. Thanks for showing us support as well. It's been awesome. Keegan, it's so good to have you back as well, mate. Formula 1 for 2020. Well, this has been one of the most exciting seasons of FNL1 Formula 1 I've ever seen. Thank you, Mov and G2Ya. Mov and Gituya. Sorry, I can't say that name very well, but thank you for following us on Twitch there, bro. It's good to have some new supporters along. Oh no, you're on Mixer. It does say you follow. For some reason, when you hit follow on Mixer, it says you come from Twitch. But thank you for joining us there on Mixer. Mixer as well. Don't forget you can follow us live. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Mixer. Live every time. But we're about to go restart here for this one. We're up to the final 4 laps. BP leads. Wardy Chill in 2nd place. Bots is in 3rd. And this is going to be an absolutely chaotic restart. Get ready for it. We're waiting for it. There goes green, green, green as BP takes the field up towards the first turn now for lap 29. And it's all 13 cars now fighting for position. And it's absolutely chaotic up the front. Wardy Chill's been swamped from BP V8. He's just got the lead, just currently. BP's got it back. Bots is trying to get ahead of him as well. And that was an awesome move from Wardy. He came out of nowhere and he put the show to BP and told him he has to work at it. And somehow Bots has made those hard tyres work for him. And Wardy, he's getting swallowed up at the moment. I don't know if he's got some sort of small damage or floor damage from something earlier on, but it seems he just doesn't have the pace of the other guys around him. Crazy Kiwi, he does have Mike in behind him. Mike is so hungry to get that move on him into the first turn 9 rather. Wardy Chill, huge moment for Wardy. He's gone around to turn 9 and he's going to lose all the spots. He has to let the field go around him. And there he goes. Hawks is going to have a move up into 8th place. He's gotten 2 spots. He's gotten around Schnell and Wardy Chill. But that was an absolutely chaotic restart. And somehow Wardy goes from 2nd place all the way down to 10th. And this is a huge, huge moment here in this race as Mike and Bots are now 2 and 3 here on the podium. They just need to secure it. And BP is starting to fly away. He's gone purple in that 3rd sector, not surprisingly. HRT gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And that's the one thing we're going to have to wait and see what happens at the end. Does penalties change the results at the end? Hawks and Wasp, they were going side by side. They were 2 abreast into the first turn. I saw them just into the background, and Schnell, while he's right up onto the bow of he's just astern of Warrior Wasp at the moment, and he's looking to go around him. Maybe the left, maybe the right. He can't quite make up his mind and might get the switch over here. Not quite at the moment. Schnell is very tight formation with Wasp. Bit of dirt kicked up. Oh, Wasp has come back across to block the run. Somehow Schnell has got up onto the inside and he's got the move done. Wasp, he looks like a man defeated and he'll keep continuing on with this race. But Schnell's got the pace right now and there's a lot happening up the front. Major Dan in 6th place. What was that going on with Breeden? He's gone so deep into that turn 10 and that was an almost suicide move. Kamikaze from Breeden. He's now down into 11th place and there comes around one of the other drivers. I think that is one of the McLaren's, probably Warrior Wasp. Attack is in behind as well. But that was, I can't believe it. There it goes, DRS enabled. BP's gone fastest lap. Mike up into 2nd place. Bots has moved back down into 3rd. And there's so much happening here in the closing stages. Hawks has got Schnell right on the exhaust fumes. Is Schnell going to go for a move into the first turn? Not quite this lap. He's got 2 laps to go. We are racing in Barcelona, Spain. This is an Australian league, New Zealand league, but if you can make the races each and every week, you're more than welcome to join the FNL1 eSports league here. At the moment, right now, it's Wasp just ahead of Major Dan. Major Dan, so Breeden, I think, is lapped. That's why that one looks a little bit weird. But Major Dan is just caught in behind someone at the moment. He's in 9th place. Just trying to work out how that's sort of happening. There must be penalties. That must be what it is. There must be time penalties causing that to happen. This is Wasp, though, and he's got a pink racing point just in behind. And again, a little bit deep into turn 10. And Dan has got a little bit more explaining to do with another penalty there. Epic Game is in 5th place. The Renault, he's had a lot of hard work ahead of him today, and he's going to be chasing down Crazy Kiwi into the last and few final laps. Bots and Mike, though, they've been working together this entire Grand Prix, and it's worked wonders for the Scuderia. They're 2nd and 3rd right now. BPV8, who is 3rd in the Drivers' Championship. He is winning this one by 6 seconds, and he's got super pace at the moment. And I'm pretty sure he's got the fastest lap. Remember, there is an extra point for fastest lap on offer to whomever can get the fastest lap. Doesn't matter if you're outside the top 10. If you get that quick lap, you get that point. So, at the moment, let's have a look. Who's closest here? It's probably Epic to Kiwi. He's just within that second, so he should have DRS coming up into turn 9. Welcome along, Ronald. Hope you're enjoying the closing stages of this round 5 clash here at Barcelona with the FNL1 eSports F1 Championship. If you haven't been here before, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Josh Gain. I'm your commentator, and this is Demo 1 Garage. We're broadcasting all the best esports racing out there on the internet. We also want to make a very friendly and welcoming bunch of sim racing fans. So if you're one of those, don't forget to sign up. We do have a Discord as well. You can join that and share away. If you're a content creator yourself, you can chuck in there and get like-minded people. If you do run a league, just get in contact and we might be able to work something out. But here we go. We're on to the final lap right now, and it looks like BPV8 will come away with a win. Bots is tight in behind his teammate, but I don't think he's gonna force the issue on Mike. Mike is leading the drivers and is ahead of Bots in that same championship. But they're going to probably go for the constructors' points here, most likely. Crazy Kiwi. He's managed to keep Epic at bay. Hawks has had a lot of work to do, and Hawks is charging back here. Look at the pace he's got here on Epic. He's going to probably have DRS. These soft tyres are going to come at full advantage to him. DRS down this second straight. He goes up to the inside and he gets onto the brakes late, and he doesn't have many corners left to do right now. He's gone a little wide out of turn 10. He's chasing down the Renault up around into the final segment of corners, into the third sector. BP comes across the line and wins it. It'll be Mike in second and Bots will take third, but it's so close between Hawks. He needs to get around this Renault. He's only got one last corner to do it, and I think Epic got the charge he needed, and he'll come up to the finish line and he'll just beat out Hawks there for 5th place and 6th place. He actually jumped Kiwi with penalties. Here comes around Schnell. He's taken 7th place. Wasp will get 8th in that McLaren. And Major Dan, he's going to fight Wardy Chill for 9th and 10th here. So the last 2 points paying positions, they're on offer and they're still available. It's going to be a Sauber in 9th place. He'll take the checkered flag. And Wardy Chill, who was up there fighting for the lead, didn't quite have the grip. And he just stuffed it up into one of the last corners, spun around. And he will still take points, though, in 10th place. What an absolute amazing finish it's been. What a race. What a race. And there it is. There are your podium finishes. It's a double podium for Ferrari and a much-needed win for BPV8 here today. Well, we will have interviews. If you want to hang around and listen, we will have BP, Bots and Mike for a short talk. But that will conclude this round 5 clash here at Barcelona. Here are the final standings. BP wins it out right from Mike and Bots, and then it was Epic in the Renault there for 4th place. The top 5, it will be the Red Bull, Crazy Kiwi. Hawks didn't quite get ahead there. 6th place for him. Schnell in the Williams. Wasp in the McLaren. Major Dan and Wardy Chill in the Racing Point. He'll be a bit disappointed, but still points. Thank you very much, Chris. That was a very exciting one indeed. A lot happening. A lot happening. So that's how the points stand currently, just before we get to the updated points. So as you can see, Ferrari will lead ahead over Mercedes. Mike, that was of BP, V8 and Hawks. That's going to be interesting. I think BP is going to jump Hawks now in this driver's standings, and Mike will probably secure his lead at the moment. It's going to be very hard for BP to win it from here. And we will have to update that, but as you can see, the next race is the 21st of February. It is Monaco, so don't miss that one. It's going to be the week after Valentine's Day, so it's going to be a week off, I think. But yeah, we will have the boys on for an interview. Let's get them in there right now and have a bit of a chat.
Hey, here it is.
Hey, boys. Good race. That was interesting.
Certainly was.
Yeah, bots, man. You were running it long with the safety cars. And then that virtual safety car came out. Did you think you could, sneak a pit stop in then?
Nah, I knew what I had to do because I've been running one stop, like through practice and stuff. I've just been running hards and mediums. I hadn't even thought about going to soft, so I
Fair
didn't want to
enough.
risk it.
Well, that explains a little bit what happened. But it was BP, man. You did take the win today, so congratulations.
Redemption from the past couple.
Oh yeah, you out of the points the last 2 races. So
Yeah, shockers.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if you can still fight back. I don't know if Mike needs to have a DNF.
Unless Monaco's a disaster, but for them, but it's still good to get a win. First one since Australia.
Has it been that long for you? That must seem like ages.
That's the longest since the start of season 4, I think.
Oh well. Well, maybe you can get your form back, but it doesn't look like the curse has been lifted at all. Not for Mercedes.
No, when Ming has his instant pit wall, debris went over the fence, hit Hawks' car and puncture.
Is that what happened?
was-
Because we saw
Yep.
Ming hit the fence, and I was like, I don't know how Hawks got the puncture, but
It went over the fence and hit him, and I was about half a second behind Hawks at that time, so I was lucky.
you couldn't get any more unlucky than that.
He had Jeff yelling in his ear, and that's how he spun the first time, and it's just... It seems to be the way the Mercs go. One has a shocker, one has a good one.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, and he spun himself around a few times as well, so that didn't help. But you stayed out of all the stuff today, and it worked out.
I tried to. I knew as soon as the first safety car came out, I could stretch those hards to get on the soft run. And I was annoyed at myself coming to the pits to do 81 Ks instead of 80 and to get the 5-second pen. Then the safety car came out and I was just like, oh shit, fuck, shit. And then, yeah, so I was blasting at the end to get as much gap as I could.
Oh, so that is why you were sort of on the charge. I didn't realise you had the...
Yep.
Yeah, the...
Yeah,
speeding
5-second pen. The first restart was interesting. Mike, did you touch my rear left? Oh, rear right?
On
the first restart?
Nah, you lost that on your own, but going down the main straight at the end, yeah, I gave you a little nudge.
Yeah, because I was on the inside. I was like, okay, well, I'm on the inside. They're going to pull to the outside. I look behind me. There's a red thing both left and right behind me. I was hoping it didn't take off a bit of your wing.
Nah,
I
was pretty good.
Okay, well, that's all right. I was worried about that. I was like, no, it's not going to like that.
Turn 9, Mike, qualifying 3. Big crash for you.
Yeah, well, I had nothing to lose. Pretty down there. I was like, I'm just going to send it.
Were you a bit were you expecting a little bit better in the qualifying? Because you guys were way down there.
Nah, not at all. As the motto goes at Ferrari, we have race cars, not one-lap cars. So, we go out, quality's not that red hot, get the car ready for the race, and yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, did the safety cars throw up a bit of spanner in the works for your strategy because you and Bots you didn't split your strategy. So
nah, Bots knew he could go on the hards. I could have gone on the hards, but I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll take a set of softs. Pretty last minute decision because I was coming through the second last corner when the safety car come out, jumped in the pits, nearly hit Ming on entry because we didn't know where the crash was, and it's like, oh, there it is. Bots is screaming it out. Debris on track. Debris.
Yep.
Good old throttle in. I'll take a set of softs. I didn't realise I used sets, so I come out with like 20% worn tyres already. But
Ouch.
yeah, in the end, Bots repaid the switch favour, and then we just DRS each other to the end, and then just brought the cars home.
Yeah, we saw you do those switches, which you guys are working together well. Just with when you did your pit stop, I think it was the first one. I can't remember. You came out behind some slower traffic.
Oh,
was that?
Dan
Were you
and
sweating?
McLaren.
Yeah, were you sweating bullets?
I was pretty alright up until that DRS zone, and then that Alfa Romeo, I didn't realise how far to the right he was going to whip out, so then I had to go to the middle of the two, and then nearly lost my wing on the Alpha. Nearly locked wheels with the McLaren, and then into the braking zone. That Alpha started coming across and nearly locked up and went straight there. And yeah, nearly went all sorts of pear shape. Needless to say, a bit of colourful language over the radio, but lucky to avoid it and just kept going.
Yeah, that's good. And then Bots, the wingman, doing the job well, coming up for third, 2 and 3.
No, it is what it is, really. I mean, number 1 driver's fighting for a championship, and the number 2 driver's fighting for third. So there's no point.
Yeah, I mean that's what I
no point. Yeah,
concluded.
Yeah, no point holding Mike up and taking points off him, because especially with Hawks, binning it, feeling the pressure, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We had to take advantage, and Mike was the best person to take advantage of that by scoring more points. So
yeah, do you think it would
that's
have
what
been?
it was.
Do you think it would have been different if Hawks had have not had the issues he had today? Do you think it would have been
just
fighting
like-
for third and fourth?
Put it this way, we would have been right at each other, like racing each other at the end. It would have been like we're on for a strong finish, like race. Like the way we're going, we would have been racing each other at the end.
Right.
Nah, I would have taken Hawks out of the equation.
Yeah, look,
I like
during
the
the race,
confidence.
during the
We're gonna do
race,
what I
we were
can do for the
discussing at
team.
Ferrari, Bots to be there, and that's why we did that switch, which I think you saw, because Bots was quicker, and I'm like, if you're quicker, go for it. If you can catch Hawks towards the end, man, go play it.
Yeah, well, it was good to watch. And 2 safety cars. I don't think I've ever seen 2 safety cars at Barcelona before, but, there's always...
GG Codemasters for bringing this, and it really spices these races up.
Oh, it does. I will admit that. It's good to see them actually deployed for once, because there was actually some big incidences that required it, so, yeah.
Well, that second restart, that was
Oh,
crucial, 'cause
what happened to Wardy?
I don't know.
He come
I would
around
try-
out of 9, and he went I think he went a little bit wide, and he's just spun out across the track.
Because I was frightened of him because he had the softs, and I had to get that gap, so I was kind of afraid.
Yeah,
Well, you and him made contact. Did you feel that contact between you two?
I didn't feel any contact, so I didn't get a warning or anything. Sorry if I hit him, I didn't feel it.
So you had the inside, and then he had the outside, which then switches for turn 2. And you remember in the F2 race how we did the same thing and made a little bit of contact, and I
Oh yeah, I
Fast
dive bombed you. Yeah.
he did the same thing, except he just cut the corner, which then I ran around the outside, which was the inside for turn 3, and we were neck and neck, and then I passed him at turn 4.
Right.
And then I saw him just drop down the leaderboard. I saw Kiwi come up behind me, and then
I was full focus, like trying to go. So it's unlucky.
yeah, it is. I mean, it's just that late race situation where you got to decide. And he had a penalty, I had a penalty, and Kiwi had a penalty. So then Mike went through, and then a lap and a half to go. I saw Kiwi was about 1.8 behind me. I said to Mike, I'll push to cover the car behind Kiwi, because I don't know if they have a penalty or not. And so I think I ended up with maybe 1.9 or 2 seconds on Kiwi, and that only ended up being 0.8 seconds in front of Epic because he jumped Kiwi with the penalty. So,
Ooh.
but I'll go back and watch the stream, and hopefully it'll be.
Yeah, I can finally look forward to watching a stream again.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot that went on, and I think it's it's a good race to watch. Actually, I had a good time.
Did you catch Ming's or the other safety cars instant? Or
I think I caught most. I think I got most of it. Yeah, from memory.
yeah, because I don't know what caused the first one, to be honest.
No, neither did I. And I didn't see anyone who left either. So
I can't believe I've forgotten.
The stupid Delta safety car thing can
Oh,
go
that
around
was
20 k's.
awful.
Anyway, yeah.
I did catch that actually from memory. I just can't remember who it was now, but yeah, it did happen.
I'll probably say it later.
Yeah.
Half an hour.
Oh well, thanks boys. Good racing. Can't wait to. We got a week off next week, I think, and then off to Monaco.
Yes. Then on to Monaco. Probably a good time to have a 2-week break.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
blood pressure's going to be.
Oh,
high
a week
after that
break,
one.
then back onto it. Yeah.
get the practice in. Who's going to crash first?
Me.
Mike.
Mike.
Sorry,
Alright.
Dan.
We'll see
We have
what
high
happens.
hopes in this FNL1. As you saw by my comment before the race started.
Well, you never know, man. It's not over yet, but we'll see what happens. It's still got some spicy races. Monaco and Canada, I think, last two. So
I've got PTSD of Canada.
I think the best thing is that Hawks and I, even though we're fine in the championship, packing up now, heading to Bathurst for tomorrow.
yeah, you are for the 12 hour.
How's that? Brothers in
Yeah.
arms, eh?
Oh, competitors on the track, teammates on the track.
They're a good
Okay,
combo.
No, we won't go into that third part. That's all right.
Sure, you want Hawks? He's spinning out a lot by himself. I'm sorry, Hawks.
Yeah, give it to him.
That race went really against him.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
I'd have to say we were pushing to catch him. Like Bots was in front, Bots was behind by about 15 seconds,
And that puncture.
We were monitoring that gap just to see where Bots would come out with the pits, like using him to find where Hawks would come. And eventually, the safety car came out, and then he's like, "Where's Hawks?" I'm coming up, and there's just this Merc deflated tire on the left rear, and I'm like, "Oh, you're joking me."
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that
kidding me.
puncture was the most unluckiest puncture you can get. The debris went over the wall and hit him directly.
I didn't realise
Oh,
it
no.
was...
Yeah, it was instantaneous too.
Well, I mean, I just can't wait to see what Monaco brings up.
Well, as you saw in me in China, it's very hard to drive with the puncture, and Bots in Australia. It's very hard to drive once the tire actually blows.
He did... Oh, it didn't blow on him,
I haven't
but
actually-
he did well.
Oh, I don't know what you were talking
No,
about
the tire
because
did blow. The
everyone,
tire did blow. I saw it burst.
everyone
and
was
straight
three
out.
wheels over the over turn 9. Everyone was hitting that curb going 3 wheels. I thought you'd all be used to driving on 3 wheels. Christ, I was driving behind you, and everyone's bloody airborne on the front left. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Do you want to die?
I do tell you what, the one thing when Hawks had the puncture and the tyre burst and he couldn't control it anymore because it's nearly impossible and had decent speed. Like, it's a safety car. The rule that I know in general is you're not allowed to pass a car.
But if
And
it's
yeah,
causing a
spinning
yellow,
off.
you are.
Yeah, but if a driver's got damage and there's heaps fire on a delta time, everyone's allowed to pass.
Right? Yeah, I've never dealt with a safety car in this game before where I'm
Yeah.
actually leading.
Yeah, if safety cars come out and the car's considerably down due to damage or whatever, people are allowed to pass them.
Yeah.
I saw Hawks in the gravel and passed him. I was like, that's illegal. That's illegal.
Yeah, I was
Looking all
hoping I
over
didn't get pinned.
No,
I
luckily
was
the
looking all
game...
over the screen for like a penalty or something will come up. I didn't see anything. I was like, go, just leave the scene of the crime.
Yeah. No, you're all good. Well, thanks for having a chat. That was a good race. And I can't wait to see what happens in the
very
next one.
nice. Yep, catch you then.
See you then.
No worries. See you, lads. And yeah, that'll end tonight's stream. So thanks for joining along here on Demo 1. Don't forget, if you do want to join FNL1, they've got a Facebook at FNL1 eSports. But to stay up to date with everything Demo 1 Garage and all the action and racing we have scheduled here, don't forget to go to our website as well, demo1garage.com. There's a stream calendar. You can access that on any device, and you can work out when and what to watch next. But until tomorrow sometime when I get you the Bathurst 12 hour and Sunday with the Super Formula, I'll say good night. Have a great weekend, everybody. My name's Josh Kane, and yeah, enjoy yourself, and we'll talk soon. So goodbye.